Welcome to the EIA construction training videos. Today, we will be explaining constructing a foundation base, walls, and fill. Construction skills that are used in multiple steps of suspended bridge construction, including foundation and tier construction. Found on page 120 to 123 of the B2P Bridge Builder Manual. This construction skill is crucial to the bridge construction because it provides support for the main cables and transfer all the vertical loads from the tower to the ground. Certain safety procedures will be needed while performing this technique. You will need to use the appropriate PPE, which include eye, hand, and fall protection, steel-toe boots, hard hats, and face masks to prevent injuries from flying rocks and other fragments. Foundation construction requires carrying heavy material over the rock terrain of a construction site, so that it requires workers to use proper lifting techniques. Avoid contact with concrete and cement. Eye and hand protection will prevent irritation of the eye and skin, while face masks will protect workers from inhaling cement dust, which can lead to irritation of the nose and throat, choking, and increased chance of silicosis, which can be fatal. Wet cement can cause alkaline burns or skin ulcers if in contact with one's skin for a prolonged amount of time, which can be prevented from wearing long sleeves. Make sure to wash off wet cement from the skin quickly to prevent injuries associated with long-term duration, and remove cement trapped in gloves, boots, or clothing. Finally, ensure hard hats are used at all times, and scaffolding or fall protection are used when working at heights. The materials and tools needed for this particular construction skill are cement, sand, stone, gravel, compacted fill material, shovels, buckets, tamping rods, formwork and masonry tools, a construction square, level, plumb bob, string line, tape measure, spray paint, and stakes. And here comes to the foundation construction procedures. First, you will need to prepare the foundation base. Use the level to confirm that the foundation excavation is level from the front to back and side to side, and use the measuring tape and center line to confirm that it is square with the foundation on the other abutment and centered on the center line.
In order to confirm foundation depth, it is common to use a small tube with water to confirm level from a known point, as shown in the photo. Additionally, to confirm square to the center line in the other abutment, it is common to drop a plumb bob from the string center line in order to confirm that your foundation has been built square, and also to lay out the tiers above.
Then, construct a 5 cm thick concrete level pad at the base of the foundation, on top of the soil, with a mixed ratio 1:2 to 3 of cement to sand to gravel. Use a level to confirm that the pad is level. Second, once the pad has been cast and is level, place a stone on each corner of the foundation excavation, ensuring that they are square. Third, the foundation walls must be constructed. Set up a string line perimeter above the foundation, 30 cm from the walls of the excavation. Then place mortars and stones between the cornerstones as close together as possible, ensuring that they are within the 30 cm perimeter. Once the perimeter walls have been constructed within the cornerstones, repeat this process moving upwards until the 4 foundation walls have reached the height according to the design drawings. Then wait long enough for the mortar to dry before proceeding to the next step, in order to prevent the walls from blowing out. Fourth, the interior of the perimeter walls will be filled once the mortar has dried. This will be done in 30 cm lifts. For each lift, place a layer of large stone within the perimeter, filling the gaps between the large stones with smaller stones, and then filling the remaining gaps with gravel and smaller aggregates. Then, use a tamping rod to minimize void further. Then, pour a grout mixture of ratio 1:4 of cement to sand. Continue to repeat completing these lifts until the foundation has been filled.
You'll also want to remember to wash each lift with water, especially if the rocks have become sandy and dirty, to ensure a better connection.
Fifth, place a concrete slab with a mixed ratio 1:2:3 of cement to sand to gravel on the top outer edges of the foundation, with a 70 cm perimeter from the edges of the foundation excavation walls. This should create a key in the middle of the slabs where rocks are piled in the middle, providing a shear key between the different foundation and tier levels. The slab must be at least 5 cm thick and must be roughened. Use a construction square to ensure all the edges are square, a plumb bob to verify the foundation is centered on the center line, a level to verify the foundation is level, and a tape measure to verify the concrete slab is of the appropriate dimensions.
Constructing subsequent tiers above the foundation is pretty much the same process as the foundation tier, but as you get higher, fall protection may be required, depending on how many tiers your abutment is. We'll go through the same process of squaring up with the center line and marking the footprint of the tier on top of the previous tier or foundation, then using stakes and fishing line to set up guides and building up the tier walls. Once we have our tier walls built, we'll clean, fill, and add 1 to 4 grout mixture as we fill the interior of the tiers. We'll cast our level pad, and then we'll wait a day until we begin building the next tier or the towers on top of that. Another important thing to do at the end of the day is to wash the sides of the masonry walls, as they'll get dirty with grout and concrete mixture. 2 other tips are to cast wire guides into the side of the tier walls. This will help you build up more fishing line guides, especially as you get high off the ground and you might not have sticks that long. This will help build up new guides for keeping the subsequent tiers centered. Another tip is to save some of your excavation spoils. As you start building up the tiers, to get easier and not have to climb up each tier every time, you can start moving the spoils back in to backfill the foundation and even up through the first tier in order to create an easier path to get on top of the tiers and continue construction.
It is also important to continuously quality control check each step of the bridge building process. Before beginning the foundation construction process, check that the excavation is free of standing or seeping water. Then, before beginning the foundation construction, check that the orientation of the foundation excavations are square to the bridge center line, and that the foundation dimensions match those of the plan and elevation drawings, with a tape measure and plumb bob. When the wall is being constructed, ensure that the masonry wall thickness is consistently 30 cm throughout, using the tape measure. Then, when the interior is being filled, ensure that it is only being filled with rocks and grout, not soil. Then at the last step, ensure that the 70 cm concrete slab has been roughened to increase its horizontal friction resistance. Also ensure that the mortar and grout have been placed within an hour of mixing throughout the construction process. Finally, once the foundation have been constructed, ensure the as-built elevations and dimensions have been recorded and marked on the drawings. That wraps up how to build the foundation of a suspended bridge. As always, more information can be found in the B2P Bridge Builder Manual. Thanks for watching.